Hello divas and welcome back to Tip of the Day Makeover. I'm April Burns. Thank you guys for reaching out to me when I was sick. That meant so much to me. I am doing a lot better, and so is my ankle, by the way. That has been a slow recovery, but a recovery nonetheless that was very much overdue. I wanted to take some time to answer some questions some of you sent me. Some of you want to know, how do you stop being a dreamer? April, how do I stop being a dreamer? Because all I do is dream about doing things with my life, but I'm not sure what to do. I'm 35 years old, and I know it's about time to do something with my life. Well, you've answered your question yourself. You know it's about time. So my recommendation is, if you haven't finished school, get back into school. You want to keep your name anonymous, I think, yeah, and I said I'm sorry. But you want to get back into school. That's the first step. And then you may want to take and perhaps take some night classes. If not, if you have gotten your GED or high school diploma years ago, and now this job just isn't paying off, you may want to take some extra night classes. I would say take a trade, get a second job. But the main thing you may want to do is go back to school and get some kind of degree. Be sure it's something you like. Soul search yourself. Talk to some guidance counselors and research. Just find out what it is you want out of life. What do you want in this time of your life at 35 years old? What do you really want? I understand you have 2 kids, so my advice to you, and you can always sign up for the program. The program is, as you know, the program that I'm talking about. You can sign up for that program. That is an accelerated program where I will coach you and work with you. We would talk twice a week, and that could either by phone, Skype, or by mail. If you're not in my area, or I do come to LA often, quite a lot. I go to New York quite a lot. So wherever you are, we can make it work. I do want you to get a healing thought and process about who you are. It's got to start with yourself. You can't do anything until you know who you are. I mean, you have a right to have something in this lifetime. I mean, you do. You was placed here to do great things in this world. You was placed here to do amazing things. I mean, wildly out of your mind. Things you could never imagine. And it's time you tap into that and find out what that is. And I say that to all of you out there that's watching the video, that's going to watch the video. If you're trying to figure out who you are, usually it's between the ages of 28 and 30 on up to 40. People start discovering, hey, look, I'm not 25, I'm not 30 anymore. I want something out of life. Hey, look, I'm not where I want to be in life. Hey, you know, that didn't work when I was, you know, now that I'm 30 or 35 or 37 or 40. But it worked pretty good when I was 22, 23. The problem was with that was you wasn't mature enough to understand what you were doing. And so it looked like it worked. And it was fun. And you didn't take it serious. So you blew money. You took your career for granted. You probably bounced through a few jobs. You probably didn't save a nest egg. You probably didn't get a 401k or savings plan, nothing. And that typically happens with anyone in their 20s. It happened to me, anyone. And what happens is that we tend to overstep our budget more than what we need, spending out of our means instead of saving for the future or retirement. And a lot of times people don't do that till they're 35 or 40 or 50, and it's a bit too late when we're 45 or 50 to try to stack on something that's going to be there for us later. I mean, you can still do it, but it makes a huge difference when you start at 21. Big difference. And that don't usually happen, but it's supposed to happen. If you're working, by 21 you should be saving. And trust me, by the time you're in your 60s, you'll be well off. I mean, well taken care of. You don't have to just sit and wait on a paycheck. And just basically, like I said, get out there. If it's something you want to do, don't be afraid to take action. Do it. You know what I mean? Don't wait. What you waiting on? Take action today. Get it done now. I got a great friend of mine. His name is Chris Cooper. He has a book on Amazon, and you probably can go to chriscooper.com. But he's on Facebook. He's my friend. So Facebook me. I have facebook.com/D His name is Chris Cooper. And he has the book called Get Shit Done. He's a speaker as well. And he teaches people how to get their organization in their life and get things done. Take care of business. Stop procrastinating. What's the point? Nothing is ever going to happen until you take action. It could be a dream. It could be a thought, a fantasy, goals. All that can be stay right here. But until you birth it right up out of you and put action into that thought, it'll never happen. It'll never exist. It'll only remain right here, a thought. And it's never going to work for you. So I hope that helps. And as always, you can send me your questions and comments, and I'll get back with you at my earliest convenience. And I do value you trusting me with such an important question. There is one more lady who wanted to know, how do she leave a cheating boyfriend? I am so stuck, April, and so tired of him and his cheating ways. Okay, well, if you're tired and stuck of his cheating ways, or you feel like you can't get out, it's really up to you. No one's keeping you there with you. Unless he's abusing you or tying you down or holding a gun to you, then I suggest you call 911. And as soon as you get a chance, you escape, but escape safely. Because whatever the situation is, if it's not good for you, you need to get out. I think you said there was no kids involved. Amen to that. Pray about it. And definitely find some resources. Do your research, get some resources, tell family and friends, back something up behind you. Don't just plan on leaving this guy, because, I mean, yeah, I want you to get out, but you got to be smart about it. So you just can't run around here and say, I want to leave, because he could be very well watching you. He could be very well dominating you more than you even know. You may see the dominance in the house, but you may not see the dominance outside the house. That's right. He could have your car bugged, your yard bugged, your very phone bugged. Everything around you can be bugged. So what looks like when he's gone, you're not being controlled, you are. So that's something you may want to check out. But I would say get out as fast as you can. If you're not happy, you're not freely to do what you want, it's time to leave. No one should have that much control over anyone, ever, for any reason. Never. I don't care, married or not married. You're still your own person. You have your own individuality, and that should never be compromised for no relationship. And I hope that helps. As always, guys, love yourselves, hug yourselves, and sometimes I like for you guys to do it with the Bible. So if you don't have the Bible, that's okay too. Love yourself, hug yourself, know that you are divine and you are great. I will see you guys next week here on my tip of the day. Bye, guys.